who don't know me, I am Cherish, and for those of you that do know me, welcome back to my channel. Just as the title of this video says, this is a Q&A. You guys have the date of when this video is being filmed. Yes, I have not filmed one since Christmas. I have been collecting your questions. If you submitted it in my DMs or something like that and I haven't come across it, I am sorry. I do usually try and tell you guys that I've gotten your questions, and I'm sorry if you are still wondering how they gotten your questions. The other questions are over here. Some of them might be in a Q&A or during Vlogmas or Vlogoween, so they may be in a different playlist, but I do have the questions over here. I also want to let you guys know that the fun and interesting thing about the Q&As coming up for the 2 holidays are there are going to be 3 of us that are going to answer some of those questions. So get ready for that, y'all. Throughout the months. So I was going to do February and I didn't do it in February. Now I'm doing it in March. I do want to try and do questions every month. Hopefully I will do that. So I do like to tell you where the friends are from, just like I do with What is Wednesday, but I'm not going to say anything about them unless they ask me to. This one is from a friend on Instagram, and she says, not to sound rude or anything, but is Cherish your birth given name? Not rude at all. No, actually Cherish is my nickname. It was given to me. But anyways, no, he actually butchered my name. It was the best butchering of my name in the whole wide world. I have come from a lot of nicknames that were not good. I've gone through a lot of different nicknames that I chose myself or people gave to me. Cece came from my sister, right after calling me Sasha, started calling me Cece. So when I was in middle school, I decided to lean on to Cece just because I did like it. I think it was because she was more trying to just call me Sissy, and instead of Sissy, it was Cece, and I loved it, so I did go with it in middle school. But prior to that, I had a couple different nicknames here and there. But my godfather didn't know that I had other nicknames. He could not pronounce my real name, which is Charissa, spelled Charissa. He did not know how to pronounce it. He is dyslexic, and his dyslexia had him calling me Cherish, which, guess what? I was in love with. So I went by the name Cherish, and it's literally just stuck as my favorite nickname in the whole wide world, and I don't go by anything else. I do have a couple friends who would still call me like Annie, which is fine because it was Anastasia when I was in school with them, and that's fine. But they're the only people. Basically, my nickname is Cherish. Alright, so the next one says, from a friend on Twitter, she says, what made you really change from Winchester family to Disney family? Was it really the show ending? I talked about this when I had the big updates. Not really, but it did help with my decision, make it so much easier. But no, the show ending was not the thing, and I did talk about that prior to when we all found out that the show was officially ending last year, when they talked about it in January. And we knew when they were coming back with season 15, and that was going to be it. When they talked about that, I did talk about right after that no, it's not going to impact my channel. I still am going to keep it. What impacted it was last year when I realized that I was not leaning on my Disney roots, and I really, really needed to lean heavily on my Disney roots. So I decided with the show ending anyways, it would just be so much easier to switch over to Disney Family. I do have that video that talks about my decision to change over our channel to the Disney Fam. So no, the show really didn't, it wasn't because of it ending. It just kind of helped make the decision even easier, if you would. This one comes from a friend on Instagram. He says, how did you settle on Disney Fam, and was it a process? Did you know right away? Kind of yes and kind of no. I knew I just wanted to make it a Disney related channel. That was all I knew. I did talk it over with my team, and we figured out that it should be Disney Family. I was going to do like Disney Squad, Walt Squad, something in relation. Originally I was going to do something in relation to Nightmare, or try and give my brother some light, only because the whole reason I came up with Supernatural Family, like Winchester Family, was because Family Guy. So that came the family, and it kind of worked because, you know, when you're subscribed to someone's thing, usually you do kind of become a part of their family, because you start to learn things about them, and you find out things when things change and whatever. So you are kind of part of like a family. So that did become the reason why I was like, well, family works. So family for Family Guy, but family because you know, that's what all of us should be on this channel and in anybody's channel. You should be like their family. Winchester was an homage to Supernatural, which was a show when it first started, me and my brother were watching together. And it became something else like Family Guy that became a thing for us to constantly always want to watch together, because it did meet with both of our likes with the gore and the different things that they did on that channel. So it became an homage. I did Winchester Family because I didn't want to do Supernatural Family. It just seemed too long. Winchester Family it seemed to ring together. So coming across Disney Fam, I wanted to still keep it in the same light, so I kept Family instead of changing it to Squad like I originally thought I might have done. So I just kept it to Family, and then went through a bunch of different like decisions, and then came across Disney Family and chose that that's what I wanted us to be. So the next one comes from a friend on Instagram, and she says, where do you go to get your nails done during this virus? Because you always have very well done nails that I see in all your pics you start on Instagram, and I always wanted to ask. So currently I just did these ones actually yesterday. I did them on the 9th. So honestly, I do my nails myself. I did at times, I used to go to like salons and stuff like that. I've had very bad experiences at many different salons. I always get talked about by the women that are working the salons, and they like to talk about me with each other, and a couple companies reach out to me from Polygel, and they actually sent me the Polygel, and I used to do my nails all the time. I've done gel a lot. I love gel. I used to do a lot of other different types of nails, but I do them myself. I love doing them myself. I really don't want to go anywhere and waste my money somewhere where it's going to be someone rude. This woman is from a friend on Twitter. She says, do you have moderators for your channel or any of your other social media platforms? I really want to know, because how is it possible to have a fight like you did on Twitter? So, no, I don't have moderators, but I basically have people who monitor my channel, friends. That's why I call them my team. They are my adopted family. I have known them for so long, and when I started my channel, they would look out for me, because I used to link it on my Twitter, on my Instagram. Twitter, I would usually put the link in one of my photos or something like that, so that people could find it, or I would just tweet it out, hey, new video, and then the link to the video, and people could just go and watch it. I had to stop doing that, because yes, there was a fight on Twitter. I have talked about it in previous videos. There was a fight on my Twitter. It was really, really stupid, but I don't have moderators. I don't pay anybody to help me with my channel. I basically just have people who keep surveillance on my channel. I have adopted siblings who just constantly are watching my channel, watching if people are commenting crap, and they usually will just like tell me, hey, someone's being a butt, someone has said this. It happened with my TikTok as well. There have been a couple people who have commented rude things on my TikTok, and my monitors will usually go and be like, hey, so this was said, I think you need to delete it, or I think you need to keep an eye on it. So I usually don't have to have anybody paid. They're just people who choose to monitor my stuff for me, which is very, very helpful. This one comes from my friend on Instagram, and she says, a couple videos ago you mentioned having a team, which I just talked about right now. I think you said, and then another video you said partners, and then I was just wondering how a channel with so little can have enough money to pay for a team or partners. Not trying to be mean, just wanted to know if someone else is supporting your channel, or are you having to pay out of pocket yourself? So I did basically just talk about this in the last, sorry, my throat is getting so dry from that. It's not my first video. I did just talk about this in the last question, basically. They're just family, friends, adopted family, and they want to help me. I don't have to pay anybody. It's kind of nice not to have to pay anybody. So yeah, I call them my team, or I'll call them my partners, whatever. But yeah, they're just basically people helping me on my channel. That's all. Helping me with my channel, not on my channel. They're just helping me. Anyways, this one comes from a friend on Facebook. He said, when you become big on YouTube and make a lot of money, what are some things you plan to do? plan to do. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. No, I don't mind answering this question. It's actually, I do already know some of the things that I kind of want to do. I could make a whole video on it, but I don't think anybody would care very much about it. But I really want to help homeless. I basically was technically counted as homeless in the sense where I didn't have a home that I was living in. I was living in a hotel for 6 months before coming into this house. So I was homeless in the sense that I didn't have a place to call my home, but I had somewhere to stay, but it wasn't my home. So there is two kinds. There are people who don't even have a place and outside is their only home. And they are the type of people that I really, really, really want to find a way to help, no matter what that means, whether that means helping by giving more money to the city so they can build bigger shelters or more shelters. I don't know how, but I really do, and I honestly want to help animals. I hate homeless animals. It hurts my heart very, very much. Even, yes, cats that are homeless, it hurts my heart to see them homeless. I am a super big animal person, and I hate seeing anything happen to animals. And I really hate when I'm in a car that causes something to happen to an animal. Like, that just kills me. This one comes from my friend on Instagram, and she says, I know you don't bring religion to your channel, so you don't have to answer if you don't want to. But I live in California now. I used to live in Boroughbrook. And I wanted to know what church, if any, that you go to. I'm trying to find one that I really like. I have been to 4 already and don't like either one. I don't go to church anymore, actually. I was kind of going to a fellowship before COVID. I was going actually to a family friend who lives in Paris. He was doing his church he was doing church service out of his garage. It was so fun to go to. I really loved going there. It was a very, very comforting place to go. I really was never big on going to actual churches, and I still don't want to. I get very uncomfortable going to actual churches. But it was very comforting to go inside of his garage, or sometimes inside of his house. If the weather was poor outside, we would go inside of his house and do service. And he, I think, was taking over one of his best friends' church, because his best friend died. Pastor Walls wound up dying, and I think he was taking over for his church. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, no, I haven't really been to a church. I actually just do it myself. I do Bible studies on Sunday. I pull up my Bible. I find a scripture to go through, and I just do it that way. That's how I do my Bible, my church service on Sundays is just Bible study. My mom actually just watches a service on TV, which is something I could do, but a lot of the time I'm not able to wake up that early to watch. This next one comes from a friend on Instagram, and he says, I don't want to sound mean, but how do you have more friends or followers on Instagram and Twitter than you do on YouTube? I feel like all the friends you have in here, or rather there, should be followers on your YouTube. And I totally 100% agree with you on that sense. I've only been doing YouTube for 3 years now, so I guess it's probably because I've never, put myself out there, never made a big deal about it. I don't know. Honestly, I just don't know. Okay, guys, sorry I changed, position and everything right now. I need to get off the floor. My butt was falling asleep. Also, I had to stop because there were, a whole ton of sirens just now, so hopefully that kind of answered that question. Next one comes from a friend on Instagram. She says, are you or do you consider yourself a person who is afraid of change, or are you the type who likes change? It depends on what it is that is changing. When it comes to, Disneyland, no, I don't like change or anything changing. If it comes to, situations we have to change homes, somebody's coming to live with us, I have to go stay somewhere that I've never been, like a hotel or a friend's house or something like that, I'm usually pretty okay with that type of thing. It just really, really does depend on what's changing. So this next one comes from a friend on Twitter. She says, being that it's February, how far would you say you have come in your resolution of making a better you, or have you given up on your resolution? No, I haven't given up on my resolution. I actually, in an updates video, did let you guys know how far I've come across with a lot of my resolution. So I have already applied to Phoenix of Arizona. It didn't go through very well. At least I haven't heard anything back from them, so I may not have been accepted. But I did process myself through ASU, Arizona State University, and I'm pretty close. I just now have to file my transcripts. I have already gotten a congratulations thing that my application was accepted, so I basically have been accepted. I do have to get my transcripts in before July, and I have to hope and pray that FAFSA goes through, because those are the final steps that I actually need to make. And I am just waiting for a couple little things that have gone wackadoodle with my medical, but I am trying and going somewhere with that one. So I am doing pretty good with my resolution, better than I thought I was going to. This next one comes from a friend on Facebook, and he says, sorry if this is a silly or stupid question, but since the white cat is your kid now, does she stay with you and your other cat at night? Originally, when this question was asked, I was going to say, no, she has her own room, if you have been watching. Currently, she does still have her own room until almost the end of this month. She will then be moving in with me and my kiddo bean for who knows how long. I did talk about that change as well. But, yeah, she is my daughter. Her name is Sarabi. Her brother's name is Miko. But yeah, this is her room currently until my sister moves back in, and I did talk about that in a couple other videos, that my sister is moving in here, and Sarabi will be moving in with me and my son in my room. Who knows how long, but it's for an extended period, which I'm totally grateful for. When my sister does move out, I probably will have my daughter come back in here, just because I think it is good for the two of them to have their own spaces. This one comes from a friend on Instagram, and she says, are you ever going to do any daily vlogs or day in the life vlogs, if not daily ones? I did talk about this in the updates video. I'm thinking about doing that. When my nephew and my niece come, I'm probably going to do that more. And my sister too. This one comes from a friend on Twitter. He says, sorry if this has been asked before, but when did you first know that you wanted to become a YouTuber, and why did you? So I did talk about this, I believe in one of my first original Q&A videos, because I also did talk about it in one of my second or my third video that I did on YouTube, where I talked about deciding to do YouTube. The reason I did it is I really, really became passionate about it. And I've watched other YouTubers that I fell in love with it, and I was like, man, I can do this. I can do that too. I want to do it. So it just really became something I want to do. I am really happy. It's a great distraction for my mental health. I'm really, really happy to have this channel. This one comes from a friend on Instagram. She says, how many times a week do you film? And do you film a whole lot of videos on the days you do film? Oh, goodness. So sometimes I will film 2 to 3 times a week. Just depends on my schedule. If I know I'm going to have a busier schedule, there will usually be one day dedicated fully to filming. And yes, it can be anywhere between 6 to 8 videos that I then spend the rest of the week completely editing and then uploading as best as I can. So, hopefully that answered your question. The final one comes from a friend on Twitter, and she says, sorry if this is a dumb question. There are no dumb questions. Of your channel, I don't remember seeing your white cat. Oh, in the beginning of your channel, I don't remember seeing your white cat. When did she come? And was she always yours, or did you take her over after the bunny? We never saw what stopped her from being yours. Also, what happened to the bunny that we never saw. Back in 2017, I want to say, maybe it was 16 or 17. My brain went fuzzy now anyways. Okay, so basically when my niece was born, I believe my niece was born in 17. My niece was born in 17. I guess I got my bunny in 18. I think I got my bunny in 18. She would have been 4, basically. Almost about as old as my channel, actually, because my channel is 4 now. But I got my bunny to replace my mindset after my sister moved away and my baby niece went with her, and I was very attached to my baby niece. My mom bought me a bunny for $4. Harupa Valley Animal Shelter down here in California was doing they were doing like a cheap day, whatever they want to call it, where they open up the shelters and you can get like a dog for, this lady literally got a dog for $10, a German Shepherd. I basically got my bunny for $4 from Harupa. She was fixed. She also was tagged. I got her at 9 months old. Her birthday was on Halloween that year. And she was turning 1. I never really showed her. I think I have pictures of her. I'm going to have to go back and hopefully upload them here for you guys to see her. But she was a dwarf cottontail. She never got very big, bigger than a cat basically. She actually was tinier than a cat. She's probably about as big as a toy Chihuahua would be. So we have a toy Chihuahua and she basically was about as big as a toy Chihuahua. And she died at the age of 4, almost 4. She died September of last year, about a month before her birthday, to turn 4. Sarabi came to us. Sarabi is almost 2. She'll be 2 in May. When Sarabi came to us, I didn't exactly have an ability to take on another child. I already had my son. I was dealing with a bunny. I didn't really want the responsibility full on of another child. So Sarabi basically chilled in our hallway and bathroom. Like, that was her space. We did take care of her. She just basically stayed in her cage more. And then we would let her play and stuff like that. And I dedicated every night to playing with her. She would come in my room. Or basically stay in the hallway with access to back and forth. And we fed her every morning and she got to play. My door was opened and she was, after fed, she was playing. My mom then put it mostly on me because I started heavily going deep into my channel and I would constantly be editing and filming in here, and it became my filming space and editing space and everything, and then I kind of took over the room at the same time. A little too much, if I must be honest. A little too much, but not that bad. I mean, I can still clear out of here. If I was given like 2 hours, I could technically clear out of here. My room would just be a little more messy than it is. This became a shared space between me and her. It became my filming room, and it became her bedroom. When my bunny rabbit died, I basically took sole custody of Sarabi, and she is now my daughter. The end of this month, you guys can see a date. It is right now, at the end of this month, she's going to be living in my room with me and my son. Yeah, I hope that answered your question. I know it was a long explanation, but anyways, that is all the questions that I have, or that you guys have given me so far. I do have a whole bunch from March, so I'm going to be compiling those, and then I will get them to you guys probably towards the end of March, maybe the beginning of April. I don't know. But anyways, that is all I have for you guys today in this video, and I will see you guys in my next video.